Stay updated with Nebraska Cornhuskers football recruiting in the latest edition of The Harvest, which posts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday through Thursday. Don't miss out on Nebraska recruiting news, and check out previous editions of The Harvest here. Nebraska staffs in State's wing Wednesday with a day off from practice Wednesday and 3 days before Nebraska's spring game this Saturday. The Huskers coaching staff took the opportunity to continue its in-state recruiting efforts. Several Nebraska coaches checked in with some of the state's top prospects as the 2019 recruiting cycle enters a boiling point. The most notable stops of the day were made by inside linebackers coach Barrett Ruud, who heads up the Huskers' in-state recruiting operations in the Omaha area. Ruud's first visit was to the ever-important Burke program, where four-star recruits Nick Henrich and Chris Hickman, the top two rated prospects in Nebraska, attend school. Their meeting with Ruud took place early in the morning. Ruud departed for his visit by 9 a.m. local time. Boar coach Paul Limongi told Land of 10 the visit was real good. A couple of weeks ago, he said the staff's previous visits in January fired up the entire school. Ruud's visit came the day after Henrich, the No. 10 inside linebacker in the class per the 247 Sports Composite, took an unofficial visit to Nebraska and watched the Huskers practice. The visit functioned as basically a private tour and afternoon with the coaches. Nick was very impressed, Limongi told Land of 10. He loves how the coaches coach the team. Henrich was coming off a string of unofficial visits this month. According to Limongi, all went well. The Omaha World Herald's Mike Sauter reported that Ruud's Wednesday continued on with stops at Omaha North, Omaha Creighton Prep and Bellevue West. Nebraska linebackers coach Barrett Ruud making the rounds in Omaha today with confirmed stops to Omaha North, Omaha Burke, Omaha Creighton Prep and Bellevue West today. Xavier Watts is a 2020 prospect at Burke who has a good chance of earning an offer from the Huskers. With the evaluation period underway, Nebraska's coaches will be hitting the road hard the next couple of weeks, especially after the spring game. Those efforts will obviously extend beyond Nebraska's borders, but I wouldn't expect the Huskers to ignore the prospects in schools closest to home. Breaking down latest offers from Huskers. The Huskers have offered an under-the-radar defensive tackle from Texas. Gabriel Hall does not have a ranking on the 247 Sports Composite, but has a 3-star rating on 247 Sports. Nebraska became his fifth offer, coming in behind Houston, Tulane, Baylor and TCU. Oklahoma State, Texas and Texas A. At 6'5", 280 pounds, the Waller, Texas, native would profile as a nose tackle in Nebraska's defensive scheme. He's taken unofficial visits with Baylor and Texas A. Let's take a closer look at those players. Running back Kendall Milton, 5 stars. Clovis, Caleb Buchanan. Milton should be a top 10 prospect, and one of the top running backs in the 2020 class when the updated rankings come out. Already, he's racked up 33 offers. USC and Alabama have jumped out to early leads in his recruitment. Milton plays in the same Central California Conference as Adrian Martinez in high school. He took unofficial visits to California and Florida State last month. Tight end Darnell Washington, 4 stars. Las Vegas Desert Pines at 6'6" and 228 pounds. Washington might project to the defensive side of the ball as his high school career progresses. Arkansas, Minnesota, Oregon, USC and Arizona State are among the 9 schools that have offered Washington. He took an unofficial visit to UCLA last month. Washington projects as a top 100 recruit nationally and potentially the No. 1 prospect in Nevada. Athlete Benil Nada, 4 stars. Folsom, Caliph. Sticking with West Coast prospects, Nada is a 5'9" athlete with 10 offers. Arizona State, Oregon, Notre Dame and Washington have also offered. Wright could be a good candidate for the Huskers' duck-back position, which involves an offensive player lining up at both running back and receiver with plenty of motion options. Wide receiver A.J. Henning, 4 stars. Frankfort, Ill, Lincoln Way East. Moving to the Midwest, Henning is a receiver who will be among the best in the class. A candidate for the top prospect in Illinois, the 5'10" Henning is similar to Wright in that speed is his game. Notre Dame has a stronghold in his recruitment, controlling all 247 Sports crystal ball predictions thus far. Missing out on Nebraska recruiting? Check out previous editions of The Harvest here. The post-Nebraska recruiting, coaches hit local high schools. Breaking down latest offers appeared first on Land of 10.